welcome to Tom's Tidbits. Today I'm going to go over how to prepare for your future, or the best ways to prepare for your future. Best way to prepare for your future. Disclaimer: these are my own experiences with the topics discussed. They're not financial or legal advice in any way. This is purely opinionated. Have you ever left the washing up at night and then you've seen it in the morning and immediately got mad at your past self? Like, why has past Tom been so mean to future Tom? Well, future Tom is now. Now, take that concept. Imagine your future self hitting 65, right? So, all those early mornings, all those late nights, whatever it is you're working, they're finally paid off. You're hitting pension age. You know, you look at your pension, you're a bit like, oh, that's a bit crap, what's going on here? You got your state pension, you got your workplace pension. You've never looked at it, you thought, oh, that'll be fine, I'll sort it when I'm older. And you're like, oh, that's a bit crap. This is X amount of money I've got to live on now. And you ask yourself, do you go back to work? Do you do part-time to help top up your hours and stuff? But you're 65, well, I'll be 67 actually. I think 65 is an old pension age now. An old, young pension age. And it's a bit crap. And you know, money gets deducted every month. Or you've looked at your wage, your pay slips every month, and you've gone, oh, a bit's being taken out every month, or, you know, that's a bit crap. It'll come back to me eventually, but it's a bit crap at the moment. And then you get to your retirement age, and you go, well, that's crap, it hasn't even touched the sides. All that money, that £30 a month, that 40, 50, whatever it is you put away, probably even more. You go, oh, it'll all come back to me eventually, but it never does. And you get to your pension age, you're like, all that money that I supposedly was having taken out of my payslip, yeah, that's crap. That is not as much as what I thought. And, you know, like I said, you're 65, you've got to make a decision. And at that age, you never know what's going to happen, do you? You never know what's going to happen generally. But the point I'm getting is, people leave pensions until it's too late. You need to be doing a pension as soon as. You need to be getting it sorted as soon as. So let's go back to the root of the problem of having a low pension. I understand that everybody's lifestyles are different. I understand that everybody's jobs are different. I understand that pays are different. But you need to be thinking about this now. And you're in your 20s, you're loving life, you're going partying, you're going drinking, you're playing video games, you know, you're going holiday. But nobody thinks about when you're hitting pension age, hitting older, because you just think, oh, I'll sort it eventually, or I'll get more money, or, you know, I'll get that job and everything will be fine. And you know what, sometimes it doesn't always happen like that, and I think you've got to be best prepared for if that doesn't happen, because if it does happen, then great, you've just made your life even better. But if it doesn't, then you've had a fail-safe to making sure that you can retire comfortably. And getting your pension sorted is an absolute necessity. Like, I am forever going on at my friends to get it sorted. A couple of them have, some of them haven't, and I'm kind of worried for them, because whether they think they're not going to hit that age or what, I don't know, but it creeps up on you. And if it's one thing that my gran always says, you know, life goes a lot quicker than what you think. When you're younger, it takes ages. But when you hit a certain point, like these past 5 years have flown by. Like, I've blinked and I'm already 27. So how can we get pension sorted? Well, you can have a private pension where you put your own money into it, and you know, you will get taxed when it comes back to you when you've hit retirement age. So there is that way. So if you're self-employed, you know, having a private pension is pretty important. It's you know, it's your pension, and you need to take care of it, because nobody's going to do it for you, unfortunately. You get your state pension at the end, but that can be changed depending on how much national insurance you've paid. So that does change. That's not set. So if they owe you money, if you owe them money, they will reduce your state pension. Cheers for interrupting me. Thank you. Now, most people will work for a company, and due to the UK law, all employees must be offered a workplace pension. Disclaimer again, I'm not a financial advisor in the slightest. This is just what I've researched and what I've learned over the past few months, because I'm preparing for my future, because I haven't paid much attention to it. I've just left my pension percentages from my workplace as what it is, and I looked at it and I was like, that is pretty crap. So check your paperwork and your benefits, because again, this is the best way for me to prepare for my future. And it's always worth looking into it yourself, because there may be better options out there, but for me, the workplace pension is probably the best. I think the minimum is 5% from your wage, and it's combined with 3% minimum from the company that you work for, from the employer. So they have to give you 3% of your wage plus I think it's standard rate of 5% of your wage. So combining that, it's 8% of your wage every month going into your pension. Now again, it's all right, to be fair. It's just, it can always be better. Oh yeah, you know, I've had X amount of money taken out my payslip. That's a bit crap. I now can't buy this, or I have to wait another month to buy this, or now I'm a bit skint, or whatever. The money that is taken from your contributions as well are given what's called tax relief from the government to allow people to build up a bigger pension pot overall. Now, you do get taxed on it when it comes back to you when you hit retirement age, but it's a way to get more money in there before and let it accrue more money, so that your employer's contribution will be bigger. So you take the 5% from your wage, but then it's a percentage of your wage that's put in from the employer. So as a calculation, if your wage is £1,000, 5% of 1,000 is 50, so that will be coming from your wage. So you won't see that you'll lose £50 every month. But the employer's contribution is 3%, which 3% of 1,000 is 30. So when you add it together, you have your 50 and your 30. You add it together, you get 80 overall going into your pension every month. People see that little bit of money go out and they think they're doing enough, but go to a pension calculator and work it out, and you actually work out how much you would be getting a month on that pension, and you'll be surprised. It is low. You've got to combine your state pension with that as well, I think, pretty certain. So it's might not be that bad, but you could retire on so much more money if you did more now. So me personally, I have upped my contributions to 10.5% plus the 3% from my employer. Now I get it, again, people's money situations are different. I totally 100% understand that. I've been in that situation myself. I am just now in a position where I can be putting that money away, and it's probably going to go up. You know, I've got to combat inflation, or I like to think I can combat inflation. And I want to retire in luxury. You know, who wants to be old and not have any money? Like that is one of the biggest fears that I read from growing old, is having your money run out before you die. That's awful, isn't it, when you think about it? That really is. So get your pension upped. The workplace pension, if you have access to it, is probably one of the best ways to accrue more money. It's 3% every month. When you add that up, that's a lot of money free from your employer. Now you've got to ask yourself, what happens when you go to another company and they use a different pension provider? All you simply do is just transfer it in. Process can take up to a month, depending, here and there. I've transferred 2 pension pots into the same one now, and it took a month each time. But you know, it's there now. It's all combined together. And it's easy to do. It's so simple and so easy to do. It just takes a little bit of time. So overall, there is lots of great benefits to getting a workplace pension sorted earlier. It'll mean you have to put less in as well. If you put, you know, you can naturally up it as you progress in your career or whatever you do. But if you start at like 30, 35, a bit later, you know, you're having to put more away, which will hinder you when you're wanting to do things. Where just put a bit more away now, and not have to force money into it later. And, you know, prepare for your future. Make your life better than what it can be. And with that, I hope I've taught someone something. But yeah, everyone, thank you very much. Take care. Peace.